Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to talking about illegal logging and our discussion pro and cons about the illegal logging. Our group member instead of me, Aulidina, Maryam Azzahra, Yanti Prihatini, and Putri Fahraini. Hope you like and enjoy this video. What is illegal logging? Illegal logging is the harvesting, processing, and trade of the timber in violation of national or international laws, encompassing activities like logging in the protected area, cutting the protected species, exceeding quotas, falsifying permits, smuggling, and bribery, causing massive deforestation, biodiversity loss, climate issues, and harming communities, often fueled by corruption in countries with the weak governance. Illegal logging has historically been a significant problem in Indonesia, driven by a complex mix of economic, social, political factors. While the rate has declined from its peak in the early 2000s, it still poses major environment and economic challenge, including billions of dollars in lost state revenue, widespread habitat destruction, and social.
Hello everyone, my name is Maryam Azzahra, and today I will explain one part of our presentation, which is so-called advantages of illegal logging. Before I start, I want to make it clear that these points do not mean illegal logging is good. Instead, they help us to understand why illegal logging still happens, even though it damages the environment and breaks law. So, the first reason is employment and livelihoods. In many forest and rural areas, people have very limited job opportunities. There are not enough legal jobs, and government support is often weak. Because of this, illegal logging becomes a way for people to get money quickly. For many families, the income from illegal logging is used for basic needs like food, school, and healthcare. When people are struggling to survive, protecting the environment may not feel like a priority. This is why illegal logging can seem helpful at local level enough, even though it is causes long-term harm. The second reason is economic gain and lower costs. Illegal logging allows companies to avoid taxes, permits, and environmental rules. This makes production much cheaper as a result. Illegal logging timber can be sold at lower price while still giving high profits to businesses. Because law enforcement is often weak, companies may feel there is little risk. This creates a strong motivation to continue illegal logging, especially profits matters more than sustainability. The third reason is infrastructure and land conversion. Illegal logging often leads to road construction to transport timber. These roads open access to remote forest area. Later, the land may be used for farming, housing, or other development. At first, this may look like a progress. However, this development usually happens without proper planning. Forests are destroyed, wildlife loses its habitat, and the land become unstable, which increases the risk of floods and landslide. So yeah, in conclusion, illegal logging will always continue because it offers short-term benefits. Thank you.
Thank you to the previous presenters. Hello everyone, my name is Yanti Prihatini. Based on the video about illegal logging, I will explain the contra perspective, focusing on the challenges of controlling illegal logging. And here's have three important points. 1. Contra view. First, illegal logging is a global issue. Illegal logging happens in many countries around the world. For example, forests in Southeast Asia, Africa, and South America are often exploited illegally for profit. Second, difficult to control across countries. Controlling illegal logging is difficult because it involves different countries with different laws. For example, timber can be cut illegally in one country and sold illegally in another. Third, still happens despite existing laws. Even though many countries already have laws, illegal logging continues. For example, weak enforcement allows loggers to avoid punishment. And two, enforcement challenges. First, limited monitoring and resources. Many governments do not have enough technology or officers to monitor large forest areas. For example, remote forests are already supervised. Second, cross-border illegal timber trade. Illegal timber is often transported across borders to hide its origins. For example, illegal wood can be mixed with legal products during export. Fourth, organized criminal networks. Illegal logging is often connected to organized crime. For example, criminal groups control logging, transportations, and sales. And the last key message contra. First, laws are important. Laws help protect forests and regulate the timber trade. Second, but law enforcement alone is not enough. Without strong action, laws are ineffective. For example, corruption and weak supervision reduce their impacts. Fourth, needs global cooperation and awareness. Solving these problems requires cooperation between countries and public awareness. For example, in Indonesia, illegal logging has contributed to flooding in Sumatra due to deforestation. And in conclusion, illegal logging control face many challenges and requires global cooperation, not just laws. That's all for me. Thank you for your attention. Now I will hand it over to my teammate to explain the next topic.
Hello, my name is Putri Fahraini. In this video, I will explain the solution, conclusion, and balance any explanation that have been given by pro and contra. So, okay, we have seen from pro and contra side like illegal logging, right? So, illegal logging indeed profitable for many sides as explanation by the pro before. So in this case, but on the other hand, if illegal logging is carried out excessively, it will have a very long-term negative impact for the ecosystem. So it will have a very long-term negative impact on the ecosystem. The long-term ecosystem damage it cause underscores the necessity of transitioning toward legal and sustainable forest management. And the challenge of tracing illegal logging is not just a matter of strict law enforcement, but also how to align the high demand for timber with certification systems that are more accessible and affordable for small scale communities, and rather than viewing illegal logging solely as a criminal act. A more balanced approach involves integrating practitioners in the social forest program so that the economic value of timber does not come at the expense of the forest's hydrological function. The debate over unauthorized logging brings together two equal valid interests: the right people to earn a living from natural resources and the collective obligation to protect the world lungs from the climate crisis. So let's move to solution. What you can do. The first is you can plant trees and monitoring and detection. You can support the forest and raise awareness about the ecosystem, about illegal logging. So solution to illegal logging are multifaceted, involving a combination of stricter regulation and enforcement, the use of advanced technology, and the empowerment of local and indigenous communities. Addressing the underlying socioeconomic cause is also critical. Okay, for the last conclusion, illegal logging is a complex, destructive practice causing massive deforestation, biodiversity loss, soil erosion, and climate change, while also fueling corruption, crime, and human rights abuses, harming economic and devastating local communities through flood and resource scarcity. Effectively combating it requires strong legal enforcement, international cooperation, addressing corruption, and supporting sustainable forest management to protect both ecosystem and people. Okay, that's all from me. For the next, I will hand it to moderator. Thank you.
That's the end of our presentation. I hope it was useful and easy to understand. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.